Hey guys, Tomasz TGM here. I'm back with another gameplay. Now we finished Doki Doki Literature Club, so I thought we were going to do something similar, and I found this on Steam. It's called If My Heart Had Wings. Now apparently it's a really good game. It had some pretty good reviews, so I guess it's one of those games again that you get to choose the options of how you play. So let's give it a go. Okay, we have an intro scene. The bicycle road race is known as a really harsh sport. The hill climb in the middle is hell too. While putting strain on every muscle in your body, you have to continue pedaling without any brakes to climb up a steep hill. At that time I always think, I can't do this anymore, I'll make this race my last. Even though I think that every time in the end I still... what's going on? I still take part in the next race. I've endured severe training so that I don't put my feet down halfway through the hill climb. Why do I do that? Because once I finish the hill climb I am waiting for my reward. So what are we? Are we cycling? Like race? Oh! Well, we see nothing compares to the feeling of cutting through the wind as I race down the downhill section at a blistering speed. At that moment I feel an incredible rush, then I realize that I have forgotten about everything. The pain of the hill climb, the strain of every muscle in my body, and the days of hard practice. It's not a matter of whether I win or lose the race, I just enjoy it, and that's why I continue to ride. That's how it should have been. Oh, it should have been. What happened? What? I still didn't have much life experience at that time, and it was something beyond my imagination. Suddenly, without warning, something was taken from me. I could also say shut away or lost. However, to directly express the emotions I felt at that time, taken is the word that fits best. So there was one thing that I learned. Life isn't all about having fun. I gained the lesson in life. The thing I lost was everything. I let myself get depressed about this, but I should have thought about it a little more. If something could be taken from me so abruptly, then something could be given to me just as suddenly. Why are we seeing the wind blue? A gentle but strong wind. It would not be unreasonable to call it an encounter. What this could be the start of. Even now, there's still no way for me to know. Oh! Animations. The windmill is turning. Windmill? Is that a windmill? People are overwhelmed just because of the size of such an enormous thing. This unnatural silhouette serves a function, but to those who don't know what that is, it would appear to be something very bizarre. Okay, why are we talking about windmills? That's not a windmill. I swear it has another name. With so many lined up like this, it could be said to be even more overwhelming. But why is that? The sight of the white windmill lined up on the green hill somehow seemed so picturesque. What? This is amazing to think that something like this could be made. At the very last 5 years ago, there was nothing here, just a wide open space. I heard they were going to build a large-scale renewable energy research facility. Power windmills. Maybe they are windmills. The cell phone in my pocket vibrated to tell me I had received a text. It's from Anchan. Hello? To IOE. Did you arrive here already? Sorry, I couldn't come to meet you. My name is written using a Chinese character read as IOE. It's a difficult character and is often mistaken for Midori. Are we playing a guy or a girl? Incidentally, whether it's IOE or Midori, it is often mistaken for a girl's name, which causes a few problems. So we are a guy. I'll quickly write a reply. I hardly ever use text, so I find my key touch awkward to use. I got here a little too early, so I'm just going for a stroll. The windmills are amazing. Okay, send. The reply came quick. Why are we... What is this? Thank you. Can we get into the gameplay? As I sent the text, I sat down on the grass. This place is on the hillside, so from there I was able to gaze at the lake and the town that stretches across the opposite bank. The rapid development of the town. Alright, we don't really care. Something wide flitted across. For a moment it looked like one of the windmill blades had come flying off, but there's no way that would happen. Is it a paper airplane? Yay, maybe there's a message inside. I got up and headed down the slope to look for it. The paper airplane, gliding gently, eventually lost its momentum and descended. Gotcha. I ran ahead of it, did a small jump and caught it in midair. Where did this come flying from? Judging by direction, it had to come from the top of the hill. At that time and place like this, could there be someone here besides me? I took the paper airplane with me as I climbed up the slope, just as I was able to see the top. A sudden gust of strong wind blew the paper airplane out of my hand. Ah, hey, wait! I chased after the paper airplane and ran up to the slope. Alright! That's the name of the game in Japanese? If My Heart Had Wings, I think, or whatever the game was called. Hey, achievement! First contact, okay? Then just as I finally caught it... What's with the scenery repeating itself? Oh! Oh! Is that wheelchair? It's a girl on a sci-fi wheelchair. So that's me. Why do I always think I always like a girl's name? I don't know. Okay. There was someone on top of the hill. Really? You don't say. It was a girl sitting in a wheelchair, looking fleetingly into the distant sky. A sudden breeze blew her hair, and she combed it back with her fingers. Again, against the background of the blue sky and windmills that spread across my view, the girl's black hair and wide black blouse looked incredible. That's not a blue. That looks like a t-shirt to me. That's a shirt. That's a shirt, I think. It was as if I was looking at a completed work of art. What the hell was that sound? That was not nice. The girl noticed me. At first I thought I should make an excuse for why I was there. It was like I had stepped into her world without permission, and I started to feel... She's not saying anything. Some guy had just suddenly appeared, so perhaps she's being cautious. To show her the reason why I had come here, I held out the paper airplane. Did you throw this? What the hell are those sounds? What? The moment she saw it, her facial expressions stiffened. She looked like she's welling up. Suddenly tears appeared in those delicate eyes. What? The tears that had welled up in the corners of her eyes came running straight down. So it got to you. As I watched, great big tears came rolling down her cheeks. Hey. Without thinking, I walked up beside her. What? Oh! What's wrong? Do you hurt somewhere? Shakes head. Shakes as in yes or shakes as in no? As she shook her head, she touched the hand that I had unconsciously held out as if she were clinging to it. Her hand was small and trembling. I was scared. She gently squeezed my hand. It's okay now. I didn't even know what the situation was. However, as I answered, I squeezed her hand back. What's with the weird sounds? Oh, ouch. Before I knew it, there was something like a chicken at my feet, and all of a sudden it started pecking me. I feel sorry for whoever voiced the chicken. And that looks like a duck. That looks definitely like a duck. Oh, that hurts. What is this thing? What the? What? Hat, as it was called, calmed down at her command. Oh! Did you hear that? Set that off. That's my other speaker, sorry. Is she saying the sounds, or is it the actual duck? It is a duck. Is it a duck? Of course it's a duck. Can't you see it's a duck? With a yellow beak and white feathers, it was a duck that looked like a chicken. That is not look like a chicken. For some reason, it was wearing a hat. Okay, I'm sorry, it's because I was crying. It seems like he mistakenly thought that you made me cry. Ah, so this is how surprising it is to be suddenly attacked by an animal. Can I change the... so she reads it in English or not? I can't. So this is how surprisingly suddenly attacked by animals. However, thanks to that, it looked like she had stopped crying. It's a towel, okay? I don't carry a handkerchief around with me. As I said that without waiting for her to reply, I took a hand towel out of my bag. Of course, it had been washed, so it was clean. Thank you. Why were you crying? It hurt. If it hurts somewhere. That's not it. Soja Naiva. As she answered, she pointed to one of the wheels of her wheelchair. It had lost its air and had collapsed. You got a flat tire. Because of that, I've been stuck here. I've been here for an hour already. That's a terrible thing to happen. Just a mere flat tire for her is like having her legs taken away. Well, technically she's on a wheelchair, so... Don't you have a cell phone? Ah! Windows, what are you doing? Your updates, man. Remind me in 3 days. I left it in my room. She answered, dismayed. That is why I thought of another way to call for help. That way... That way, if there is someone who can get my SOS and come here for me. I can't read while she's talking because it's really distracting. SOS? Oh, this. I open up the paper airplane that I still had in my hand. I can't read that. I'm in trouble, someone help me, I'm on Windmill Hill. So when someone arrived carrying the paper airplane, she felt relieved and started to cry. Now she was fine, but until just now she was shaking. That must be how scared she was. Hold on a moment. The bag at my feet rustled as I rummaged around inside it. When she saw the tools that I had taken out, she seemed confused. Would it be okay for you to get out for a moment? Doshite? I'm gonna fix it. You can't go anywhere if you have a flat tire. Can you? Well, yes, but, would you be able to give me a hand? Of course, getting out of the wheelchair is not easy for her. What should I do? We'll give her a hand, obviously. From the methods I've seen on TV, the care workers do it by embracing them from the front. We both looked as though we'd imagined that situation and froze. I think I'll do it myself. That's a great idea. Excuse me for a moment. Huh? What the hell's with the sounds, man? You're getting out of a wheelchair. God damn it. As I put my arms around her sides to her back, I suddenly lifted her up. Are we playing the right game here? Whoa, she's so light. Because she was much lighter than I had expected, there was a bit too much momentum. Hup. Before she could grasp the situation, I put her down on the soft grass. I'll have it done soon, so hold on a moment. Hey, that's us! They are made in the same way as bicycle tires. I immediately started on their repairs. She's behind me, so I can't see her expression, but I had a feeling I was being stared at with contempt. As I was quietly working, the duck was waddling around me and pecking at the soil. Is this duck your pet? No, he isn't. We're housemates. Housemates? I thought I'd go outside and she started to follow me. Do ducks recognize their own names when he's called? He responds by turning around. Hey, that's pretty smart. Yes, he is. That's That's why he's so much trouble. He's always getting into mischief. As I looked at the duck, I saw her legs laid out on the grass in my field of vision. So she can't move them. Well, of course she can't. There are numbers of reasons why people need to use a wheelchair, but it looks like she had a disability in her legs. You use a wheelchair when you can't use your legs. What? Like, what? When I picked her up just now, her body stiffened up with surprise, but there was no strength at all in her legs. The duck returned from his little excursion, whatever it said. While walking around her, he would occasionally try to jump onto her lap. "Get off of me," she said as she made him get down again. As I watched this exchange from the corner to my eye, I fixed the flat tire. Boys are great, aren't they? They always walk around with those kinds of tools. Well, you don't, but okay. That's not really the case though. I sometimes carry them with me. This is the first time I've sat on the grass in ages. It's soft and feels nice. Oh, I'm worried for those sounds. I'm not even joking. As she said that, she made a little sound as she stretched. Oh, like but in a girly way. There's a nice place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I can see it from my window. I wanted to come here just once. The wind blows through here. 5 years ago, there were no windmill domes. 5 years ago? I've just come back to this town. Oh, really? She directed her gaze at something far away. So you've come back to your hometown? Yeah. She suddenly looked down and seemed lonely and strangely sad. There was an awkward silence as I continued working. Quack. The duck twisted its neck to look up at the sky. What is it, Hat? She was tempted to look up too. And you see the sky. Well done. I wonder what that is. It's called the sky. What's that? Something is flying. There was something floating in the air. It was crossing the lake and gradually getting closer, I think it said. I just skipped too early. Looks like a plane to me. At first I thought that it was a paper airplane that she had thrown coming back to us, but it wasn't. It crossed the lake and eventually reached the air above the small hill where we are. An airplane, yes, well done. It's not paper, it's a real plane. But what is it? What is this? Its silhouette is much thinner than any plane I know, and the wings are really big. It's a glider. No doubt about it, that's a glider. A glider. I repeated the name as if to confirm it, and then looked to the sky once more. With its big wide wings and white silhouette, it reminded me of somewhat of a seagull. The glider is continuing to turn leisurely above our heads. It's flying ever so slowly. Of course, it doesn't have any thrust. As it proceeds slowly across the blue sky, it seems to be floating rather than flying. Should I say the girls' voices? To fly in the wind. To fly in the wind like that. It looks like it would feel. Oh, it looks like it will feel nice. Yeah. It's coming down. The turning glider looks as if it's given up on the rising and came down towards the top of our hill. I mean, it's not like it was coming down to land. It was just reducing its altitude. Why don't we try waving? They might notice us. Oh yeah! She earnestly stretched out her hand and waved towards the white aircraft floating in the sky. Hey! Quack. Okay, I'm not gonna do those voices for the duck. It's hard to voice a girl when she already has a voice, but she's speaking Japanese, so. I don't know if the pilot noticed us or not. However, the wings reflected a gleaming light and it really did look as if I was answering us, calling out to it. Then the glider turned its back to us and flew away, back to the other side of the lake, where it had come from. It's gone! She mumbled sadly as she lowered her hand. Ichata! Ichata! Oh, widescreen. Oh. Extend the little wings which fly in this sky highly. Oh. These games always start off really slowly, but then when they start moving, they move. It's really good. So gonna have to get through the intro obviously and all that. I fixed the flat tire and went with her into the town. This is the residential area on the opposite bank of the lake to Windmill Hill, where we were just now. This place is nice. This place is nice! I'll take you back to your home. No, it's okay. It seems like she was going to say, but before she stopped speaking, for a girl with a walking disability, just because she was shown a little kindness, she can't bring some guy she hardly knows back to the house. Thank you, because of you I was saved. Don't mention it. If your tire ever goes flat again, call me anytime. Well, we don't even have a number. I only said it as a joke, but she blushed and looked down nervously. Quack. Arigato. 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 If you're thanking me, you already did that just now. It was quite fun, like spending time with a friend. We just met. How can you call me a friend? Yeah, me too, and I saw something unusual too. What, a plane? A glider, sorry. The glider that we had just seen was now flying in the air above the hill where we were just now. So did I. That's the first time I'd seen a real one. I now have some wonderful memories. Oh yeah, great memories of a guy fixing a tire for you. She murmured quietly and giggled. Coupled with her cute and dainty appearance, she was her lovely smile. Well then, I'd better get going. Mate, that chair looks comfortable. Okay, take care. Sure. The wheel squeaked as she pushed the wheelchair along with her hands down an empty street. Behind her, the duck wearing a hat waddled along. Hey! She stopped her hands and turned to face me. See you again. She looked troubled and embarrassed and left without saying anything. She sure was cute. Where is she from? Her appearance was quite graceful, as if she were the daughter of a rich family. A little lady with a duck, it was an odd combination. Is the next thing gonna happen that it's like a childhood friend but we forgot about him because we left the town and then she got in an accident or something? I'm getting like weird thoughts now. Now I'm going to the dormitory called Flying Fish Manor. Due to certain circumstances, that place will be my new home. While walking along the gently sloping street, I look up at the clouds moving above. Floating so freshly like that, they remind me of the glider. Can we actually talk about something better than the glider and the sky, okay? This is really just trying to waste time. Huff puff, I finally found it. This place, is this it? Oh, is she gonna live here as well or something? Jesus. Flying Fish Manor. Whoa. There's such a big difference between the appearance and its name. What do you mean? That's like giving a tough-looking Japanese tosa, a name like Lily. At least call it Mason do Flying Fish or something. Wheel. That's why, even though I looked everywhere, I still couldn't find it, because I thought it's not this place. I completely ruled it out and then walked around and around this area. Stupid. Even now I still can't believe it, so I'll check the sign one more time. Flying Fish Manor. There's no doubt about it. Even so, I'm still not entirely convinced. I mean, I know a lot about this place. Oh. What? Why did it go dark all of a sudden? It's an old European style building on the shore of the lake, and because its appearance is a little spooky, when we were kids, we called this building the Witch's Mansion. Or whatever. As a test of courage, we would often sneak into the yard. That does not look like an European building, by the way. It looks more English because of the wooden bits, but you would not see something like that in Europe, I don't think. We just thought it was rich person's residence, but it's a dormitory. Kifu Private Academy student dormitory. I can't just stand here in shock. So we are a student. I took a deep breath and stood up my straight. May I come in? Who are you asking? What the hell? Lightly dressed girl. I love the names of that. Oh, a visitor? What? Can we not zoom in on... Whoa! Exactly! Suddenly a girl in her underwear appeared before me and the expression that I had tried so hard to straighten out crumbled instantly. How is that underwear? She's wearing a dress or whatever that is. May I ask you your name? Why? She's the one who should be worried about having been seen, but I am the one feeling under pressure. We don't accept door-to-door sales. What's up, Kana-chan? So this goes Kana-chan. Looks like we have a visitor. A visitor? Huh? What? A guy? From inside the other girl. This one was wearing clothes, showed her face, but when she saw me, she let out an hysteric scream. At the time, the glasses she was wearing looked like they were about to slip off. Your clothes. What is it? Another girl appeared. Oh, Yuka, this unknown voice saw Kana-chan's naked body. She's not naked, she's wearing stuff. What did you say? How? What? How? No, that's not it. Alright, let's do voices. Just like I got a cell, the word mom was shown on the display. Excuse me a minute. I quickly pressed the button to answer the call while swiftly escaping Mom.
I thought you'd be flying.
No, it's a mother.
I thought you'd be a flying fishman and that things would have calmed down by now. What's it like?
Well, the place is full of girls, and I saw one in her underwear.
Of course it is, that place.
Yeah? I had checked the sign over and better than I noticed some small writing on the corner. Girls' dormitory. Oh, wow. This is a girls' dormitory?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
God damn it. Did you do this on purpose? What is this? What kind of mother are you? From now on, I'm going to be this place dorm mother, aren't I?
It's fine, the owner and the boarding students have all accepted it.
Just now, they were screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh, did you go into the changing room by mistake?
That mother of mine, she's enjoying this situation. Creak. The front door opened slightly and the girls from just now were peeking through. What's
happening, Sana-chan? He's still here.
When I called out to them like a surprised turtle, they pulled their faces back inside and shut the door. What should I about this? What should I about this? Make sense? Well, this is the situation.
Oh, so you're the new dorm mother.
Well, I was explaining the situation. The boarding student, apart from the girl in the underwear who was putting on some clothes, surrounded me but kept the distance and watched at me. This is no good, is it? A boy being the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory.
That's alright, isn't it?
From behind the underwear girl, she was wearing clothes now, but they were pretty gaudy. Were some girls who looked like they were hiding but were nodding and agreeing.
If nobody comes here, that will be a bigger problem. Yeah, that's right. But I just thought it would be someone older. Yeah. Hi.
Incidentally, there is now one more person than before. She was kind of timid and looked to be the same age or maybe a year younger than me. Well, this girl. G. So you're staring at me, okay? What is it? Did you say your name was Aoi? Oh.
Did you say your name was Aoi? How old are you?
I'm still a student. From tomorrow I'll be going to Keifu Academy. I'm in the 2nd grade.
So you're in the grade below.
She said, "What do you mean, heh? The person who came to speak to all of you is my mother. And, well, she kind of half tricked me into accepting the job as a dorm mother. My mom has a job connected to real estate and her company manages this property. So our mother has a company which manages this property. So technically we are at home."
Well, then what should we do, Yuka? Should we change? If that's the situation.
The person who seemed the oldest said so, and the other people reluctantly nodded in agreement. "This is just until the owner caretaker comes back or we find someone else. I apologize for the inconvenience, but for the time being, let's all try to get along." Once the conversation was over, naturally everyone left and went back to their room.
Hey, I'm sorry. Everyone can be childish and they got carried away in front of a young guy like you. I'm Kanna Koshigure. If you need anything, please ask me.
The
caretaker's room is at the end of the corridor on the first floor.
Thank you very much. Was that all of the boarding students? There's the underwear girl and Kanako, who is with me now. Yuka, the tall girl with the long hair, and Sana, the girl with the glasses. The timid one who came from the back is Ryuko. That's four people altogether.
Oh, well, there is one more person, but she's what you might call a reclusive type. I wonder if she'll come out of her room at some point.
Oh, so technically that girl on the wheelchair could live here as well. In other words, there are 5 boarders in total. This building is pretty big, but there are only 5 people living here. Come to think of it, my mum did say that there are quite a few empty rooms. It's old and a little far from the school, so maybe it's not that popular.
Whew! I worked up a sweat, so I'm gonna take another bath.
Anyway, the conversation ended well, so I'll call my mother to let her know. So, in the end, we somehow worked things out.
Really, that's good. I'll tell you this now, though. Keep your hands off the girls.
What are you talking about, Mum?
Well, as long as it doesn't cause any problems, it's okay. Oh, and also, I told you before, but one of them has a walking disability.
I'm telling you, she lived the wheelchair girl. She's here. Flap, flap, flap. Oh, is that the duck? Suddenly, the sound of flapping wings came from down the hallway. Then a shrill voice sounded out.
Wait, Hat.
Quack, quack. Huh? Something big and white came flying towards the hallway. It's the Hat. Duck. Hey, what up? What's the girl in the wheelchair? Wait, you stupid duck! Give my panties back. What the hell? The big white thing, which somehow seemed like a duck, was flapping its wings and flew behind me. The girl in the wheelchair avoided all the obstacles in her path, in other words me, and chased down the duck like a drift racer. The girl in the wheelchair caught the duck at my feet and snatched away a small white cloth, possibly panties, from his beak. Jeez, you're
always playing tricks. If you do it again, I'll turn you into Peking duck.
Quack. The girl put the duck on her knee and I lectured him. I remembered seeing that before. However, it's somehow a lot different to the image she had during the day. In the daytime, she seemed more dainty and delicate. However, her appearance was the same. It's not often that you see such a pretty girl. Looks like your tire is in good condition. She finally realized that there was a guy standing there. Ah. Oh, mother.
Hello, Aoi, are you listening?
Ah, yeah, what was it?
I was saying there's a disabled girl, so take good care of her.
Sure, I got it. Okay, don't tell me we're gonna have to, like, wash her and stuff. That'd be weird. Oh, well, I'm getting messages. I replied as I ended the call.
Why are you?
She got as far are saying that, but then realized that she has the small cloth in her hand and tried to hide it by stuffing it under her backside.
Well, why are you here?
He's the new dorm mother, Kotori-chan. Kanako, who was supposed to be having a bath, poked her head out.
Really? What do you mean? I haven't heard about that.
Even if I tried to tell you, Kotori-chan, you hardly ever come out of your room.
You mean the new dorm mother is a boy?
Hey look. It is what it felt like she was saying as she relentlessly. What's with the English? I can't read it. We already had this conversation a long time ago. Oh,
A long time ago.
the girl known as Kotori glared at her, she was interfering. I'm the new dorm mother, I remember.
I'm Kotori Habane. Kotori Habane.
Kotori seemed to meet my introduction with reluctance. The duck. This is Hat, but you know that already. Hat turned to face me and flapped his wings. He's a clever duck.
Are you really the new dorm mother?
Yes, that's right. So you were against it? If she says she doesn't like the fact the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory is a guy, or the fact that we're the same age, there's nothing I can do about it. Kotori closes her eyes and quietly takes a deep breath as if trying to focus her mind. Kotori,
Forget about what happened during the day.
during the day, which part?
As much as possible, that's right if I have to say.
She stopped talking and stared at Kanako, who was standing behind listening. Kanako looked as if she was saying okay, as she disappeared down the hallway.
That I made a careless mistake and that I started crying.
Oh, right, okay. That incident was quite startling, and I remember it well. To see a girl's tears from so close like that is something I don't experience very often. I don't know what she thinks about it, but those tears were very beautiful. What the hell? Have you forgotten it?
Have you forgotten it?
No, not yet.
Forget about it right now.
Don't be so silly. When you say like that, it just makes it even more strongly engraved in my memory. Sniff?
Look, you're new here, so you don't know even like this.
Kotori straightened her back, composed her expression and smiled, and swish, with a natural gesture, she lifted her hair up.
Don't you feel my cool Alu?
What? What? Alu?
Allure. I just said it a bit wrong, that's all.
I can't even read what that says myself. Oh, I've heard that word before. I'll say
it again, let me do it again.
She said that and then straightened her back and made a composed smile again. Okay, that's enough, I get it, alright?
Jeez, you're such a jerk, nitpicker lowlife.
You just met me, like, go back to your room. Kotori used just about every insult there is, then turned her wheelchair around. Then she hurriedly raced back down the hallway and back into her room. Along the way, Hat had been thrown off, chased after her, entered the room through a small door, maybe a special door for ducks, built into the bottom of the main door. I looked on it disbelief. I don't need to say this, but the dainty and delicate image that she had in the daytime had completely crumbled away. Cool Alul, right? When I remember lifting her hair and being so full of confidence, I feel like I could burst out laughing. She's so funny. From the beginning, everything has been so messed up. From tomorrow, it looks like things will start getting interesting. I really felt that prediction would come true. Extended little wings which fly in this sky highly. My first job as a dorm mother. That is to make breakfast for the boarders. So we are making breakfast for the girls, basically.
Munch. That's some good eating.
Did she just say Aoi-kun?
Aoi, you're good at cooking. Can I have some more rice?
Sure, a big bowl, right?
You know it.
I'm pretty confident in my cooking. Until recently, I was living with my father, who was ordered to transfer to the country, and every day I helped with the housework. Ah! What happened? I was in charge of preparing the meals, and it's not like I hated cooking or anything. That's one of the reasons why I accepted the job as dorm mother. So the others don't need breakfast, huh? Since just now, no one has come into the dining hall. Sometimes there would be someone walking through the hallway in front, but they seem to be sneaking around. Kanako looked towards the hallway just as the oldest boarder, Yuka, was speaking in before swiftly dashing off.
Jeez, they are also naive. They still haven't gotten used to boys.
But Keifu is a code school, right?
If you go to the same school, you won't see them with their bad heads and faces without makeup.
I see. It seems that a guy being dorm mother of a girls' dormitory will have its problems after all. There is a reason why I accepted the job as a dorm mother's flying fish manor. Not long ago, the owner janitor collapsed. It sounds like she's pretty old, and as well as training her back, she caught a summer cold, which became aggravated. The owner soon began looking for a replacement, but it was hard to find one. Then she sought help from the real estate company where my mother works. This is one of the properties that my mum manages, and is an old acquaintance, oh my god, of the owner from decades ago. She nominated me for this job just as I was planning to come back here. On the documents, my mum is the one responsible for this place, but she got me to carry out the practical duties. In other words, the work of the dorm mother. Then that became the condition for me coming back to this town. As always, she's very crafty, but I wasn't really against the idea, so I accepted. If I'd known it was a girls' dormitory, of course I would have refused. This place is old, a little far from the school, but the rent is cheap. Apart from the food and admin expenses, it costs next to nothing. That's why it would be a big problem for me if I couldn't stay here. And if in the worst case scenario the boarders won't be able to go to school. So for now it seems that everyone has accepted a guy at the dorm's mother. Whatever.
Thanks for the meal. Phew, that was good. Oishikatta.
Kanako stacked up the dishes on the counter and licked her lips in satisfaction.
Everyone will get used to you soon. Well then, I'm off now.
She had eaten it all. Not even a single grain of rice was left. To have people enjoy my cooking feels pretty good. I feel deeply relieved. I'm happy that things are going well. Ah, jeez, I better get ready for school. In the entrance of the dormitory, there was Katori. She was dressed in her uniform and looked like she was about to go to school. Morning, Katori.
Morning.
Are you going to school? Shall we go together?
Huh? Why do you want to do that?
Why? Well,
if you're worried about my legs, then there's no need.
She put it bluntly as she quickly went out in for a nap. I don't have any friends at school, so I was just asking. It looked like we'd had a strange misunderstanding. Wearing my new uniform, I make my way to school. I'm a dorm mother, but also a student of Keifu Academy. I mean, this is my real occupation. Today is the first day at my new school. I'm not really the shy type, but I guess I'm kind of nervous. I would say that the school I was going to before was a sports-focused all-boys school. Keifu Academy, the school I'll be going to now, is an engineering school and a co-ed. Co-ed means boys and girls, right? And the school traditions are quite different too. As I walk the streets that lead to school, there are more and more groups of people wearing the same uniform. This is the same area in which I lived 5 years ago. There should be a few people that I know, but most of the people who I recognize went to the regular school. I wonder if the ones who chose to go to Keifu Academy remember me. Even if I only know one person, it would make a big difference. There'll be more weird misunderstandings with Miss Alul too. Oh yeah, which school do Ageha and the others go to? Ageha? Who's that? Oh, that killed my eyes. Jesus. They are my childhood friends who I always played with when I was a kid, right? There's Ageha, Mabo, Hotaro, and An-chan. Out of that group, Ageha and Mabo are the same age as me, but we haven't met in 5 years and haven't really stayed in touch. We just about managed to exchange New Year cards, but that reminds me, in the corner of last year New Year cards, I think there was a small message about which school we were planning to go to. What did it say? A lot of things happened, or maybe I'm just lazy, but I haven't told anyone apart from An-chan that I'm coming back. To be honest, I'm not even sure how I should be if I meet them. Oh, this is long. With the ones like Ageha is Ageha. She'd probably smash my face in. She'd say,
"Why didn't you contact me?"
or something. She looked and acted like a real tomboy. When I remember the past, it makes me smile. But
Hey.
a girl.
Hey.
At the point where Tao Street's leading to the school meet, there was a girl wearing a key-fu uniform standing there looking towards me. The other girls that she was walking to school with asked what's up. She seemed puzzled as they spoke to her. However, it seems that girl can hear them and she's staring over here at me. Just faintly, her eyes seem full of surprise. She's pretty cute. Without realizing it, I stopped walking and was staring at the girl. Until a few days ago, I was going to an all-boys school. The sight of a girl on the way to school in her uniform, she was pretty cute too, causing me to get palpitations, is perfectly reasonable. Oh, she knows us.
Is that you, Ayumi?
Yeah, yes, it is. Sadly, having some call my name in such a carefree manner made me feel a little nervous. Who is it?
It's you, Ayumi. No way, it's really you.
There, she said my name again, and she's such a happy expression on her face. Do I know any girls like you?
No, wait, I've seen this.
Oh no, I've seen this face before. When she smiles like this and her eyes sparkle like a little kid's. Is that you, Ageha?
Yeah, of course it's me, Ageha. Did you forget my face?
She asked as she briskly moved closer, bringing her face right up to mine. It's definitely Ageha. She changed a lot, but if I just look at her face, there's no doubt that it's her. Is it really that Ageha? I don't even know how to say her name.
Yeah, very funny. How many other Agehas do you know? 100% authentic, the real Ageha Himeji.
What did I just save? Did I just save? I think I just saved by accident. What is it? What is it? Said the other girls as they gathered around a circle. Ageha turned to face them and introduced me.
This is Ayoi Manase, he's transfer student. You remember him, don't you, Sachin?
Replied no way, Ayoi, as they warmly raised her voice in surprise. When we were in the 4th grade elementary school, we were in the same class once. Ayoi and I are childhood friends. He used to live here, but he got transferred to another school, right? The girls seemed impressed by Ageha's explanation, and they looked at me with eyes full of expectation. Nice to meet you, I'm Ayoi Manase. In front of all these girls in the uniforms, I greeted them with a stern look on my face as I tried to hide my embarrassment. Ageha laughed as she looked. Okay, I never thought I would find myself doing introductions in the street on the way to school like this, so I was totally unprepared. I'll say it again. Let me do it again. I couldn't hear Miss Luli's words in the back of my mind.
You've got a taller, I didn't recognize you at first.
As she spoke, Ageha was moving her hands around my head to show the difference in height between myself and her. Our bodies were making contact, but she either didn't notice or didn't really mind. I flinched slightly, but the fact that she was so unreserved actually made me feel more comfortable.
Back in the day, we used to have such good matches. Boys are so unfair.
Speaking of which, you've changed too.
Really?
As she said, you think so, she looked at herself. Yeah, you always looked like a boy, so I was surprised to see you became a girl. That's not something you say to a girl, but okay. Those are my honest thoughts, but I said them in a way that sounded weird. I thought she might mind slightly charming, but...
So I've become quite the woman, haven't I?
Ageha laughed happily and did a little turn on the spot. The force of her spin made her skirt float round gently. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're not really Ageha. While dazed and not really thinking, those thoughts just kind of slipped out.
Yeah, you're right.
Ageha was pleased and did high fives with her friends. Seeing her in high spirits like that was just like, Ageha, my best friend during my childhood, hadn't changed in the 5 years that had passed. Her appearance was surprising though. The lesson on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Between the language and social studies lessons taught by regular schools were those from a specific curriculum, I was still in the 2nd grade, so there aren't that many, but it looks like when you go into the 3rd and 4th grades, the number of these specialist lessons increases. By the way, this is a 5-year school. That's why when walking the hallways, this kind of thing happens. Hey, she's pretty. Coming from an all-boys school with its sad customs, I couldn't help my eyes from following the girls as I walked past them. Ah!
Haha, so you're already checking out the girls?
No, that's not it. I just thought that they looked really grown up, that's all.
They are seniors from the 4th and 5th graders, aren't they?
At our age, a gap of 3 or 4 years is pretty big. The students in the upper grades look very mature.
Also, although this is a specialist school, the percentage of girls is pretty high.
Why is that? Without thinking, I really took an interest in that, and Ageha looked at me as if she wanted to call me apart.
At the time that the school was rebuilt, they made an effort to accept more girls.
I'd heard about that before I transferred. They'd increased the number of courses for girls and asked famous designers to make the design for the new building. It had been said, thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50, which is one of the selling points of the school. Bearing this in mind, I felt uneasy about choosing, but I'd like people to think that it can be helped because I'm from an all-boys school. By the way, it's now lunchtime. Ageha is in the middle of giving me a guided tour of the school building. Yeah, but this really is an amazing school. The school itself is pretty old. Due to it being a special kind of school, of course, it's famous in the local area. I've known about it too since I was a little kid. The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years, with the renovations divided into several stages. Okay, we don't need to know about the school being rebuilt.
But you already have changed.
Ageha, as she walked by my side, was happily murmuring as she looked at my face.
In the past, your face was cuter, but now it seems more rugged somehow.
Yeah, same to you.
Hey, I don't look correct.
If she knew that when we met on the way to school earlier, I thought she's pretty cute. She'd never let it go, so I'd better keep quiet.
If I hadn't heard it from Anchan, I never would have realized.
You heard it from Anchan?
Yes, that you were coming back.
By the way, I'm in the same class as Ageha. She knew that I might be coming as a transfer student, which is why she wasn't that surprised by our chance meeting this morning.
Hey you, if you were going to come back, you should have contacted me.
Sorry. The reason why we call him Anchan isn't because he's like an older brother type guy. Aniki equals an older guy, like a big brother. What? He was our childhood friend, but he's much older than us, so we nickname him Anchan. He's not related by blood, but he's just like a real big brother. Geha glared at me and said, "Geez," as I tried to laugh it off. The old me would have made you taste the axe. Oh.
The old me would have made you taste the axe bomber, Laria.
She wouldn't really have hit me. As we talked, we went back to the classroom. We walked back to the classroom. What's with the sci-fi? Like, Jesus. The classrooms weren't exactly normal either. I feel a little uneasy taking lessons here, but maybe I'll get used to it sometime soon. By the way, there's a girl in a wheelchair in this school, right? Miss Alula. No, I mean she's called Kotori Habane. I asked Ageha as we returned to our seat. I didn't ask what grade she was in, but even if it's not the same, I thought Ageha would at least be aware of her.
Yeah.
Ageha reacted like she was being evasive. Well, did she not like her? It wasn't just Ageha, but the other people sitting nearby who heard our conversation also seemed kind of awkward. Huh?
If you're after Kotori, she's in this class. It looks like she's not here today, though.
After Ageha said that, someone added, you mean today Eva, don't you? The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be. I mean, I thought about explaining that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I held my tongue. The atmosphere was kind of strange.
Recently, she's been off school for a long time. Seems like she's not feeling very well.
Not feeling well? Oh, but she... Yesterday she had went out to Windmill Hill, and then later she was chasing that duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning she left wearing her uniform. Is she skipping school? However, more worrying than what Kotori is up to is the reaction of the others in the class when they heard us talking about her. Even Ageha looked like she had something she wanted to say but couldn't. But I don't really know what the situation is, so I can't really say anything. Okay, we're gonna save here. What the? Say that again? Okay, thank you for watching this episode, and I'll be back with another one. So far it seems like an okay game. We'll see where it goes. The story seems alright. With new school and everything. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye!